Hello everyone, and welcome again to another LEGO Bionicle video. For today guys, as promised, here I have my G2 Turaga Lhikan Moc. Here is just an overview of it. A great build, I have to say. Now I'm going to just tell you this now before I get into a in-depth look into the set. I did use quite a few G1 pieces instead of G2. In all honesty, trying to build a exact G2 set using G2 pieces from the CCBS line, it was actually quite hard, guys. It was actually quite hard to do so. It just didn't make sense. The color schemes were bad because that was the main red. If you guys do know what the main red looks like for G2, it just looks horrible on the set or on Lhikan. So here is the red as I was talking to you about. Oh, I know this is like trans orangey red, but the red, where is the red? Oh, you can see it just under there. But yeah, the red in this doesn't suit this type of set here, so I've had to use pieces from Ranu and from Malam the Glatorian for this, or just for that particular reason. So here it is, guys. I hope you enjoy it, and let's get into the in-depth look. So first things first, guys, let's look at the leg build. Here is the leg build. As you can see, these feet I believe are from Malam. I used those pieces from him because I thought it was a great idea, and you know, I wanted to give him some big looking feet, nothing like the Toamata or the Toanuva. Do you get what I mean, guys? I just chose to give him something a bit more bigger, and I went with these, and then I've added in his red connector. So these are originally from Turaga Lhikan's connector pieces, and I added those in as a touch, and there you can see also are his limb pieces, which I've also attached on. Then I've added in some double connector pieces there, as you can see, just attached on there with some gold outer shell armor shells. I'm just gonna say gold hip armor shells there, just to kind of cover that area up, because obviously it would look weird if it was just a connector piece. So imagine in the G2 world he would be kind of armored up, and of course they're not really necessarily ready for battle, but in a way, you know, of course with the likes of the G2 Toa, they're heavily armored compared to the G1 version. So I kind of replicated that and wanted to give him a lot more armor. So in terms of articulation in the lower half of the body, mainly the articulation is in the knees there. So you can see the joint, that's where all the articulation is, as you can see. Let me just see if I can enhance the image for you guys. Sorry about that. But anyway, there you go. As you can see, that's the articulation there. That's great. And then of course you have it side to side. As mentioned, you can just get about 90 degrees, just, you know, maybe I would say 87, 86 degrees there, but that's all good. And then of course you have the feet articulation as such. The only problem, or not, it's not necessarily a problem, but you don't really get any articulation in the upper half of the leg, just because the connector piece is connected in by a pin axle, which is attached onto the body, as you can see. So here is the middle part of the body, or the torso. As you can see there, it's pretty standard. I've added in just randomly, kind of like his life force there, as you all know, the black circle kind of life force thing that all of the Toamata have. Now, I don't know why I implemented that. I thought it would be a nice idea just to add it into him. I know it should be higher up more, but I don't know why. I didn't think it had enough room, so I had to leave it like that. But there you go, as you can see. Now, if I take off this piece here, so now that the piece is removed, you can see that I've attached on this connector piece here. Now, this is held in by a size 4 pin axle through this little hole here. Now, the thing about this little piece is what it does is, with this armor shell here, you can see it's got a bit of a groove, and it's got like a, you know, it's kind of got like an indent, and there's quite a bit of spacing there. That little spacing there is where this connects onto, and it prevents this to move. So that's the whole point. If I had left it how it was, if I had pushed this in without adding this in, this would start to rotate and move left and right. So that's the whole point of that. I thought I'd just let you all know about that. So I think that was a nice little feature of me to add, because see, now the piece can't move. Before it was moving, and I had to think to myself, what can I do about that? So I added in that connector piece as an idea, which is pretty good, to be honest, I think. But I don't know. What do you guys think? Let me know in the comments below. So as mentioned, guys, so that's pretty much that. That's meant to be his life force, or the heart circle, or something like that. I can't remember the exact name. Let me know in the comments below what the exact name is. But anyway, there you go. Then there is the Kanohi How, because I think a lot of people want me to pronounce it the right way. But in general, in the Māori language, if it's H-A-U, it would be known as Ha-U. Just to all let you know, I'm a New Zealander myself, so I kind of have a small understanding of the Māori language and the Māori culture. So that's just to let you know. So with the Kanohi here, what I've actually done is I've given him some red brainstock piece in the trans red, as you can see there. Now I think this was originally from Tahu. I can't remember from who this was exactly, but anyway, I've used this piece instead. I thought it was a great idea, you know, to give him that red beaming look. Of course, he's not meant to be evil at the end of the day. Maybe I should have actually used trans orange instead. What I've done is, in order to give him articulation in the head, I've kind of given him a rotation, so left and right only. Anyway guys, as mentioned, there is the full turn. You know, you can turn it left and right. Of course, there's only limited movement because there's actually a gear in the back which kind of hinders the movement. But hey, anyway, as you can see, that's what it looks like. I think it's a great touch. You can't really see it, and the head isn't really protruding outwards too much, so it's really in line with the body, which is definitely great, and I really like that. So that's pretty good as well. Other than that, there's nothing really much going on with the head, to be honest. So now moving on to the arms. Now, I just wanted to quickly mention something before I actually get straight into the arm. There you can see, guys, is this black body piece. Now you may be thinking to yourselves, what is that? Well, it's pretty obvious, guys. It's the Anuamata body frame piece. Now I used that because it had nice bulkness to it. And I used black because I couldn't use blue, green, white, or even red, because it just wouldn't look good. It would look so bad. So I stuck with black because it goes so well with the red and the gold everywhere around with Turaga Lhikan. So yeah, I think it was a great idea to use it, and as mentioned, it was to give him some more bulkness, just because in the G2 world they have more bulkness, they have more armor, and they just look like they're more ready to fight than what the G1 versions look like. But anyway, moving on. Here you can see is the arm build. The arm build is pretty straightforward. There you can see is a gear function. Now with this arm build here, just enhance the image, there you can see there's a ball piece there. Now that ball piece is connected on through the gear, just like that, and I've attached on a double-sided connector piece there. And here you can see some more ball pieces there, and those two are attached together by a size 2 pin axle in the red there. And then as you can see, there is some more CCBS going on here. So some G2 going on here is the black fist piece and the black connector piece. Now the great thing about this is that you get some good articulation going on with the elbow there. So that's really nice. I really like that idea of implementing something like this. Of course, it's possible that the pieces can fall off, but you know, if you kind of tug on it a bit harder than what you normally would with articulation, with articulating a piece, then of course it's going to come off. But you can see there, guys, I'm moving it freely. Oh, see, you can see it now, it's kind of coming off, but it doesn't matter. I think it was a great idea to implement something like this, and I'm really happy with it. So just to show you the gear function here, just to, you know, quickly, why not? So here is the gear function. There isn't much going on. It's just a full rotation. I thought of implementing, you know, why not add a gear function to this set? So there it is, as you can see, pretty straightforward, pretty cool, and it's just like the Taumata gear function, pretty standard. But as mentioned, I know you may be thinking it's G1, it's all G1. Yes, guys, I know what you mean. Just think of this as G2, you know, in terms of his body look. Ignore all the pieces all around, but you can tell he would kind of look like a G2 version of himself. That's what I personally think. Of course, I may be biased, but I don't know. That's just my personal opinion. I think overall this guy looks sick. When you look at him, I don't know. Let me know what you guys think. Here also on the back, you can see I've also attached on the same armor shell or armor piece, you know, just to cover up his back there. No different at all, but you can only see the only difference is that this little black or gray, sorry, pin is kind of sticking out in the back there, because normally there was a connector piece, as you can see, like this one here, which normally covers that up. But I just left it how it was because it's just the back piece and it doesn't really matter to me. But there you can see, guys, an overall look. And then finally, I just have to show you the left arm, and that's pretty straightforward, to be honest. It's just his staff there. I made his staff a lot longer than what it should be because it made more sense. You can see it kind of does just come off the ground a bit. I couldn't find an exact pin axle that can actually just touch the ground. That was quite hard. I couldn't find anything, so I just left it as it was. I could have added maybe another connector piece at the bottom there, maybe just to fill in and to give it that bit more elevation. But I thought this is a, you know, it's a great size for himself, a bit longer than what it should be for himself. So yeah, I thought that would look pretty good on him, to be honest. But yeah, overall that's pretty much that. And then you can see here, if I just enhance the image here, sorry, enhance and zoom in, there you can see, guys, is a blue pin axle instead here for this arm here. And this one here, it kind of does rotate by itself, so that's something that's quite cool. You know, if you want some articulation there with the arm free, that's definitely what this whole functions here, or the whole point of this functions for. Now there's a slight problem with the set here. Now the slight problem is that because the armor shell is so close to the body, it kind of causes a bit of problems when trying to articulate it. So you can see there, it just kind of gets annoying, and then somehow the pin axle may fall off or something like that, so it can get quite annoying. So in general, you may have to be careful about these little things if you do choose to build this set. But overall, I'm really happy with it, and in all honesty, I'd give it like a 8 out of 10, overall 9 out of 10, just because there are some flaws with this set. Here's just a full 360 just to show you. I know my hand's in the way. I should have some sort of rotating column or something like that just to spin it for me, but I don't have one on me, to be honest, so I'm just using my hand. There you go. There's a full 360 there. So imagine him, you know, getting ready for battle or posing for a, you know, maybe a picture. Boom! Just look at that. Check that out. Even turn the fire spear. I can't remember. Was it called a fire spear? Anyway, just like that. You know, you can get some great poses, some great articulation. I think overall, a great set, as mentioned, guys. 8 or 9 out of 10. Let me know what you guys think of this set. Personally, even give me a score. You know, be nice to me. I know maybe some of you may give me 5s or something like that, but yeah, I guess critique me, guys. Let me know what you guys think. And 30 likes, as mentioned, and I'll show you as to how I originally built the G2 version using the CCBS line system. So bad, but if you guys really want to see it, 30 likes and I'll definitely go ahead and do it for you all. So here, guys, is to show you a comparison of an example of a G2 set. Here we have the Protector of Fire Naramoto. They're the exact same size pretty much. He's just maybe a bit taller because of his mask. But overall, you can see how I've made him quite similar to the size of a Protector there. That's how I would portray what they would look like in the G2 world. Same size to the Protector, or even so, the Protector should be a bit more larger possibly. But there you can see is what he would look like in the G2 world. I think it looks great. And then here, just to quickly bring in, yep. There you go, guys. There is the gold good guy. And that's what he originally looks like. It looks ugly and hideous. I don't like it at all. But there's just show you a comparison between G1 and my Moc in the G2 world. And just to show you one more comparison, here we have Hamoomoo, the mask maker. Of course, he's technically meant to be what is known as the Toa Ignika. In a way, kind of meant to be like the Toa Ignika because it's called the Mask of Creation, the Mask of Life are pretty much the same thing. But here they are, guys, comparison just to show you. There is Turaga Lhikan, the G2 version there. And overall, I think he's just a bit taller, but in a way, similar build. You can see how bulky he looks here. I've done the exact same thing. And then, guys, this is known as the Fire Staff. Yep, not the Fire Spear, but it looks like a spear to me. Fire Staff. I always seem to get it wrong with these weapons, but there you go, guys. That is pretty much it. So there you have it, guys. That is my review on my G2 Turaga Lhikan Moc. I hope you have all enjoyed this. If you have, smash that thumbs up button, of course, and subscribe to the channel. Subscribe to the channel if you haven't yet, guys. So then you guys are all up to date with any new videos I do post out. Thank you all so much for, of course, liking my last video and, of course, supporting the idea of creating this Moc. Now, guys, next up, 30 likes, and I'll definitely show you my CCBS line G2 Turaga Moc of Lhikan, and it was honestly horrendous. I don't know if you guys really want to see it, but if you guys really do, let me know. And if you want me to show you how I built this, I'm sure it's pretty straightforward. You guys can see it based on this video already, but if you guys still need any more help, let me know and I can show you kind of how I built it. It was pretty straightforward, but as mentioned, the video shows it all. Anyway, guys, that is pretty much it. Stay tuned for many more awesome videos to come. I'm still in the process of disassembling Maxelos because he's got quite a lot of pieces and I've been doing so many other things. But anyway, guys, thank you all so much for watching. I hope you all have a great day. I'll be talking to you all very, very soon. Bye-bye.